Listen up, Rangers. Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve. I just realized I got paint on my fingers still. Anyway, today we got for a Stevie custom monstrosity is finally finished wrapping up the zombie Zilla. That was a failed 3D print that we tried to dye. The dye went horribly wrong and actually damaged the 3D the resin. And weakened it in some areas. We had issues. So I decided to have a little bit of fun with it. And the person that I was originally doing this commission for decided that, because it kind of looks zombie-ish, we're just going to go full-blown zombie. So what I did here, this was originally a Artic Figures 3D print that we attempted to dye pink, which came out more red than pink. And then because it damaged it, you can see here, like that break there was from there. There's a little bit of a crack still there that I went over with a little bit of the resin that I was using for the blood effects. It's got issues here and there. Same with thing where it weakened the jaw quite a bit. And I broke the jaw while trying to heat it up and attach it to the mouth. So that's where this gnarliness kind of came from. Initially, I was trying to keep it very bone looking. As you see over here, there's the bone in the jaw, which I, the initial process was we were adding the bone to the jaw. This was going to stay in. So I had to cut away quite a bit of this to get the jaw to kind of work and attach. But trying to insert it is where it broke. So I just made it look very meaty around the jaw. And then where the bone is and the connecting piece, I just added some resin with some clear, already pre-made resin. That if you didn't watch the sort of how-to lives working on this guy, I made these using a UV light, some UV resin, and a clear piece of plastic. Same thing with the blood hanging over here. And then to attach it, I just use more of the same red resin and just kind of use it as a glue to insert it. And then also to thicken it up once it's on the body here. But the head, I carved away quite a bit of it because the head was pretty damaged. I think you can still see a little bit of some of the lines underneath the resin, but I was trying to hide quite a bit of it with the epoxy putty. And then we used the skeleton of a zombie, or not zombie, it was a skeleton dino essentially. That's where the arms came from. The part of the head that's sticking, that is exposed, came from that. And then just dremeled down the head, cut the part of the head that I wanted to, insert it, and then epoxy putty all the detail around it. Same with on the arms here. This is from the 3D print, and then this is from the dino. We did the same thing over on this arm, but I made my own little scales and fleshy skin to make it look like it was kind of peeling off of this hand. You'll see there's a little gouge here. We use some of the bones for the shoulder here because I had a lot of bone here. I wanted something here, so I kind of thought like a little shoulder blade would be kind of cool. And then because of the way I attach the legs, because he actually has joints now, so like instead of the wire that you would generally use with the Artic figure, this actually is ball jointed, so it actually is a little more playable than it normally would be. I still have the elastic wire going through the body here, which is connected to this piece of tail with a screw wrapped around it. So this one, the bend's kind of permanent. I can't do much about that, but it holds onto it really well. Then we added some rib cage here for the tail to make it look like some of the bones sticking out from the tail. You'll see there's a little missile lodged in his leg that didn't explode. And added some resin around there for the blood. Then I'll use some ribs here for the gore and the intestine protruding from this side of the body here. I also had a lot of fun too making a rib cage on the bottom section here. And you'll see there's some dangling blood from there. Which this was the same thing kind of with the face. I just dremeled away quite a bit of the chest. Inserted part of the rib cage that I cut, epoxy puttied around it to make my own little gore, then went over top of it with the resin. Same with the leg here. I actually made this out of epoxy putty and the resin to make it look like there's a little bit of flesh still kind of left on the leg there. Then a little gnash there. Some protruding hip bones. on the top here. And also, this foot is technically supposed to be for this side of the foot, but I didn't have an extra one printed, so I just made it look like it was damaged around here, so I didn't have to have the little extra foot finger thing there to make it kind of make sense, since I might have lost the one that went to this side. But overall, looks really good. Paint job wise, because it was predominantly red, I just did a lot of dry brushing. So I treated it as like my red undertone, and then sort of started painting it like I would normally a Zilla. So it's a lot of dark browns with blue highlights here and there, especially around the neck region here. You can see a bit of the blue tinge. Same with on the body here, and it just kind of made it. You like kept a little bit of some of the military green primer that I use underneath. Well, I guess it's like a German, like I think it's called German yellow. But I went over some sections of it with the German yellow, kept the majority of it red, and then started doing the dry brushing. So it's got like some sections where it sort of still looks like Zilla, and then some of it where it's an odd choice, I will say, because you would think like it would be losing blood, but I thought it would be kind of neat where it looks a little bit more like muscle fibery. And then just went over the scales on the legs, did the dorsal spines like I normally would, and pretty much about it. Overall, super happy with him. He will need he's probably the one I've done that is like going to require the stand the most. Because for some reason I just couldn't, like the elastic holds enough to keep a pose, but it's maybe a little looser than I want. But the way the legs pose, he's got a lot of weight going on right now. So he's going to definitely need a stand in order to do his thing. My animal's been interrupting this video the entire time I've been trying to film it. They are so needy. If you want to see real quick. Oop. As I murder the camera. Because I got him over there, Servo. He wants attention and cuddles, and he's curious what the heck's going on with that box. Then there's her that just can't sit still for a gosh darn minute. Yeah, you. Pain in the butt. That's what you are. Pain in the butt. Anyways, I digress. So anyways, let me know what you guys think of Zombie Zilla here. Would you guys want a Zombie Zilla for your collection? This is going to my buddy Russell. So he'll be shipping out here in the near future. And you could help us defeat those kaijus by hitting the like button, subscribe, become a ranger today. We also got Instagram, Patreon, TikTok, Facebook. Cat, the hell do you think you're doing up there? If you want to keep up to date with channel, donate, greatly would appreciate it. We also have a dasher if you want to get our logo or get some apparel with our logo on it. If you guys are interested in picking up some kaiju collectibles for yourself, link a description for CowkissToys.com and save 6% off your order. Code Steve Cowkiss at checkout. And I think that's about it. Oh yeah, we also have an Etsy shop. Probably the easiest way to get all of you for commissions, or my personal Instagram, which also all these links will be in the description. Anyways, see you guys.